Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. In the last episode, we climbed all the way to the peak of Talon Peak, and we defeated the Mountain Rock and got the Mountain Feather, or Mountain Rock Feather. And, well, unfortunately, Blados and Chalice were waiting for us, and they set a trap for us to get the Magma Orb that was inside the Mountain Rock. And Ryo Kiao and Hao Zan both took it, and now they're gonna go start the Alchemy Dynamo in Bellings if we don't stop them. So that's where we're gonna be heading off to in today's episode. Or not today's episode. We're actually gonna take a break from that. In today's episode, before we go over to Bellings, there's a couple things we need to do before we do so, because I don't know if I made this mention last episode. We're about ready to come to the third point of no return in this game. And the third point of no return is whenever we wait, is that Vande? Whoa, what the heck? We talked to him last episode, and he was over here, but now he's over here, and I talked to him, and it takes me over here. This is a weird glitch. I've never seen this before. Alright, you go do that. Why are you stuck in a corner? I think I soft locked the game. Oh, no, I didn't. He's still moving. That was weird! Holy crap! I've never seen that happen before. Holy crap. But anyways, what you're supposed to do after you beat the Mountain Rock and whatnot and leave, you're supposed to come back to Kolima Village and talk to him. That gets the Arangoa Prelude to, like, be complete, so that way you can actually do the Arangoa Prelude whenever you want to in Bellings. And that actually is the point of no return I was talking about. The point of no return is activating the Arangoa Prelude. So we're not going to do that in today's episode. We are going to be doing a lot of stuff that we couldn't do before, but now we can. And we're gonna have to take care of this because this is the only chance to do so. So from Kolima Village, after that weird little glitch incident, you want to go head back first to Port Rago. Alright, so trust me on this, there's a couple things in Port Rago we still need to get. And it's mostly to do with Briggs. So we're going to have to go back down through the secret entrance because they can't open the main entrance for some strange reason. I still can't believe that happened. That was weird. Why did Vande come down there and then it just, transports me over there? That's really weird. I'm kind of glad I caught that now. Alright, so we need to actually go over to where Briggs is. We need to talk to him because actually if you come back to Port Rago at this point and talk to him, you'll actually activate a little cutscene you couldn't beforehand. Most players probably skip over this. I know a lot of players, and I know my first playthrough, I skipped a lot of this stuff, except with the one thing that we're going to be doing in today's episode, at the end of it. So, we're going to be going through here, and we're going to hopefully get back to the point where we were at. With Briggs. Here, not run into any more monsters. Not run into any more glitches either. Man, that was weird. I still can't get over the fact that happened. Alright, so now... No. So now we're gonna have to go to the captain's quarters of the boat where Briggs is right now. There's actually a couple items we can actually pick up right now. And it'd probably be best to do so, because like I said, this is the only chance you're going to get to do this. So, now if we go down into the ship's hole, like this, hey man, this ship really is a rusted piece of junk, isn't it? There's actually a couple items in the boxes here, and I don't know exactly where the spots are. I'll have to keep looking. There's like 3 items. So I'm just going to keep poking around until I find it. There's one. A Power Bread. Power Bread increases your HP permanently, so let's go ahead and use that real quick. I'm going to use it on Reef. Reef has the smallest amount of HP. So, I don't think I can get around to do that one box there. It's a well-built box, yes I know. There's actually another treasure chest over here, too, that has a really good item that we need to get. There's the other one. There's a nut. And I think the other one's around here somewhere. It has money in it. Alright, I think the barrel here. There we go. Oh, try this one more time. There we go. I couldn't tell which one I looked at. Nope, okay. Well, we go downstairs, there's a treasure chest down here we're gonna have to get. And we'll keep looking at boxes. Alright. There it is. There's the money. 345 coins is right there. And if you come all the way down here, there's a treasure chest in the hole here. And inside is actually a really cool weapon. It's called the Zodiac Wand. And it's actually a really good weapon to have, and I mean, I would make the trip out here. This is a really good trip to go take. Let's give it to Reef. There we go. Zodiac Wand for Reef. Everything else it's weak for, so. Alright, now that we got the item in the ship, let's go talk to Briggs in his captain's quarters here. He's sawing some Z's. Time to get myself a snack. I would probably have the same reaction too. It's like, what are you doing in my room? Matthew, you're here. Where's Yolio? We still haven't gotten him yet. What? Like we went off and rescued him without you? Huh? No, I guess not. What about what Tret said? You guys talked to Tret? What did he have to say for himself? He did not offer advice to the Bellink situation, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, figures. But we still need to go to Bellink's. Maybe you could... Maybe while you're there we can meet up with Ryokyo. Ryokyo, huh? He's in Bellink's too? What, do you know him or something? Little country that Volchek destroyed. He was the prince or something. Guess he left his sister and took off. As to what happened to him, you said you might see him. So I guess he's in Bellink's now. Trying to help his sister, maybe? Yeah, he ran off with a magma orb last episode. You're gonna ask me to help him while I'm busy rescuing my only son? What a pack you are! Yeah, this guy has to be Briggs. About that ship. Nothing to talk about. It's still not fixed. But we have no time to spare. It's almost the day scheduled for Iolio's execution. Try to get out and get it through your head. Without a ship, there's nothing to be done. And that ship won't be fixed in time. But Iolio is your son, and you're just gonna give up on him? Yeah, I know he's my son, and I'm just thrilled to have him leave. He'll have to leave him to the Bellink's jackals, believe me. If the ship were fixed, it would be a different story. As it is, I'm helpless. But how will... Tell you what, you go on ahead. What do you want? You want us to go without you? Exactly. You're joking! We came all the way to help you! And I appreciate it. But what I need is for you to not wait for me and get there as soon as you can. Some father waiting around on a dock while the others rescue your son. I'll set sail for Bellink's as soon as I got my boat fixed. Trust me. Trust you? Trust the pirate who doesn't care about his own son's execution? I'm telling you, I'll meet you in Bellink's. You'll see. I just need to finish these repairs before I go. He's going back to sleep. So much for that. What should we do? I'm completely opposed to helping this man in any way. So what then? We just forget about going to Billings? Look, I don't expect much from Briggs, but I do think we still need to go to Billings. It's our only way forward. Yeah, it pretty much is. So, he's just gonna sit there and sleep the whole entire time. But yeah, that's a little cutscene that you can activate by coming back here. And that's really the only time you can actually do so. If I can actually go upstairs without... Stop using the circle pad. That's probably one thing I've been doing. And this is a DS game. Circle pad didn't exist back then. Alright, so now we need to leave. I don't think they're gonna let us go through there. Briggs told us we can't go in right now, remember? Now you're telling me too, Karis. You can't go through the freaking main entrance. That doesn't make any sense why they do that. Besides padding. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut until we get out of Port Rago. How about that? So I'll see you guys at the end there. Alright, now that we've gotten out of Port Rago, our next stop is actually back to Tayray Ruins. I know, strange enough, we haven't been there in a long time, but we're actually making a quick return trip back to Tayray Ruins. Mainly because there is something there that we couldn't get before, but now we can because we have a certain psi energy. That thing is there's a crush rock, and we couldn't get it before. So we're gonna go and try and get it now, and it actually holds a really good item. You can totally skip this and you don't have to get it at all, but I honestly would advise going back to Tayray Ruins and getting this, because even though it doesn't seem like it's much now, it will come in handy very much later in the game. So now we're gonna go back to Tayray Ruins here. Or Tepe Ruins, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the town, Tepe Ruins. We come over here to Tepe Ruins and go downstairs. If you guys remember the room where the Venus Jenny was hiding in the grass here, at the very top right here, there was a crush rock that we couldn't get before because we didn't have crush. Well, now we have crush, so let's go ahead and crush it. As soon as it does that, then we'll have access to this room and get the last treasure chest in here. And this treasure chest has an item that's really neat. Gave some mithril silver to Tyrell. Mithril silver, like the Zol Cube, is forgeable material that'll come in handy very much later in the game. We can't do very much with it now, but late game, it will come in handy. So, keep in mind that. That's like one of the only few places of mithril silver that I know of that you can get it from treasure chests, besides enemies dropping it if you don't have any. There's a couple of mithril silvers in the game that are in the treasure chest, but after that, if you used all of it and you want some more, you're gonna have to grind off of some late game enemies. So that's how you'll do it, how you get it. That's just a freebie. So you don't have to get it, but I honestly strongly suggest getting it. Right now, we're gonna take a we're gonna ignore Billings for right now. We're gonna be coming back to it at the end of the episode, so don't worry about it. We're going back to Border Town. If you guys remember Border Town, I told you that we're going to have to come back to it later because there's actually a summon tablet here. If we come over here to Border Town, and we go inside the inn, and this is one reason why I asked you guys to get a Dream Leaf in Kalima Forest. We're going to talk to the innkeeper here. She says, "Welcome, ready for a good night's sleep." "Ah, you got a Dream Leaf, so of course you are. You want to use it?" Yeah, let's go ahead and use the Dream Leaf. This is probably the only place in the entire game that really benefits the Dream Leaf. But as soon as you go to sleep here with the Dream Leaf, when you use a Dream Leaf, you'll be transported to a dream version of Border Town. And you talk to right here. You talk to some of these guys, they just they talk about some silly stuff. But the reason why you want to come here with the Dream Leaf is because when you do so, there is actually the border guard, the border gate will be open, and you can actually go across the border. So look, we're now in what is that place called? I cannot remember for the life of me now. Bilibin, that's it. We're in actually like half a Bilibin already. But now, this is the only place that we can't go. You can't go any further than this, because as soon as you go down here, it'll add deact. I think that deactivates the Dream Leaf. But we're going to come over here, we're going to cast Growth on this vine right here. You can only do this when in Dream version of Border Town. So go inside this cave here, and there's a summon tablet here. And with that, we got a new summon. Now, this is like a really missable summon if you don't do this backtracking bit. So honestly, after doing Talon Peak and all that, just set aside this whole episode to go get all this stuff here. Matthew can now summon Haraz. To summon Haraz, you need the following Djinn on standby. 3 Venus and 2 Mars. So this is the only way to get Haraz's summon tablet, is by going to Border Town and, you know, activating the Dream Leaf. I think, like I said, if you try to leave the village up here, I think it says, you know what, great beastmen living and working together, that's what. That's why it's a dream, because they don't actually do. I don't think anybody has worth saying. I think you even go in here. Don't even try looking for items, because there's not any items in the dream version. When we'll head to Bilibin next. I think as soon as you go through here, it says, want to wake up from the dream. Yeah, you can't go into Bilibin, unfortunately. Bilibin does not exist in this game, even though we talk about it. We can't even go through there. But that's pretty much it. Now, I'm gonna go do that summon real quick, because I kind of want to show it off. So we're gonna set 3 Venus Ginny and 2 Mars Ginny. And then we're gonna head back to Balinx, because this is technically all the stops I wanted to make in this episode before we go to the Balinx. So on the way over here, I'm gonna hopefully run into a monster real quick. I said hopefully run into a monster. Come on, there we go. Direwolf, you're gonna get summoned by Haraz, so let's go ahead and see that real quick. We'll go ahead and defend. Matthew summons Haraz. This is one of my personal favorite ones. The giant cave demon. And it does a lot of damage. One thing it has a chance of doing is inflicting deadly poison on enemies, and it's really neat, and I like that. So there we go. That's Haraz for you. It's really a lot of stuff here. Oh, Amity grew level 25. That's great. Okay, but anyways, that's Haraz for you. Now we're gonna go back to Balinx. So once you're in Balinx, I'm gonna go do one last thing before I kind of talk about this. I'm gonna go sell some items that I have. Let's go ahead and sell, I don't have any. I think all the items are kind of weak. Do I have anything that's worth it? I'm gonna sell. I'm actually gonna keep the lure cap, but I'm gonna sell the night shield, because I don't need that anymore. Rock feather, dream leaf, nickel, silver. Okay, I don't think that I'm gonna sell any of that. Don't sell any of that. Grievous mace, I'm gonna have to unfortunately sell. That's okay. And Assassin's Blade. And Master Rapier. Okay, there we go. That should do it. I think we'll be alright now. And there we go. I think that's pretty much everything I want to sell for right now. But I'm going to be talking about this right now. You can go up here and talk to all the musicians are up here in Balinx Square already. You can talk to them. It says, I'm happy to announce that your voices have been heard, and we're about to play Erengoa Prelude. So if you go up here and talk to this guy, he'll ask you, do you have a request? Right, that song. Do you want us to go ahead and play it right now? I'm not going to play it right now because I'm not ready for it. Pretty much, if you talk to all the musicians, which you're undoubtedly going to, through the course of your adventure, you'll be able to do the Arangoa prelude. Now, I'm going to be making this, I'm going to be talking about this right now, and I'll talk about it in the beginning of this next episode. But this is the point 3, the third point of no return in the game. Okay, I'm going to put up a list of all the stuff that we got that's going to be missable at this point. If you activate Arangoa Prelude and go into the dungeon that coincides with this, you're going to be locked out from these guys right here. So, do yourself a favor. If you're missing any of these Jinni, these summons, or anything that we've covered in the last couple of videos, go back and reclaim them. I've shown off how to get every single one of these guys. You guys should be, 100% right now. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys know this. As soon as you activate Arangoa Prelude at this point and go inside the dungeon, it's going to be point of no return. You cannot return back to Balinx. You cannot do any of it. And shortly after that, I'll talk about this more or less. After we complete the dungeon, it's going to be another point of no return. So I'll talk about that whenever that time comes. But as of right now, we're about ready to go through the third point of no return in this game. So keep in mind of that. Anyways, I'm going to leave this for the next episode. So the next episode of Let's Play Golden Sun Dark Dawn, we are going to go and activate the Arangoa Prelude, and we're going to hopefully call Savetta and then hopefully chase after Ryukyo and Haozan into getting the magma orb away from them. So with that, I will see you guys in the next episode.